morning, everyone, and welcome to Stamp and Chat Live. I am Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all over the United States and around the world. It is an exciting day today. I was up at midnight. That's today. You know, midnight always confuses me. When they told me they were going to release it at midnight, I'm like, what does that mean? What time? Which day is it? But I was up at midnight and I saw the launch of the Gina K Designs and Simon Says Stamp collab STAMPtember set. Guys, I was so excited to release this. We've been sitting on the stamp set for so long, and Heidi and I, everybody at Simon Says Stamp, we've been so excited for this one, and you guys were too. Now, I know that the stamp and die collection did sell out kind of quickly. Simon Says Stamp, they bought so many more than they bought last year. We really kind of thought that we had it, but we know a lot of you were disappointed that you couldn't get the die set. But I want to tell you this. When I designed this stamp set, I had originally said to Heidi, I don't know, do you think it even needs dies? Because all the card samples that I have ready to go don't use dies. And Heidi said, yeah, I think we should do dies. Some people like dies. And I said, all right, well, let's do dies. But all my ideas brewing in my head are just using this stamp set. So tonight I get to show you a couple of different ideas just using the stamp set, no dies. And I don't know if you noticed, but pretty much all of the designers who created cards that went up last night or this morning at midnight, they didn't even use the dies either. So I know there's a million ways that you can use them, and it's great to have them. But if you don't have them, there is so much inspiration out there. And when it comes to holiday cards, quick and easy, clean and simple, easy to mass produce, and flat, so you don't have to pay a lot of extra postage. It's the way to go. So let's get into it. But before we do, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey. Hey, happy Stamp and Chat.
How are you? Did I catch you off guard?
Who, me? No, I'm just right on top of things here.
Are you? Papers flying everywhere.
Okay. So did you see some of those temperatures out there from some of our viewers that
oh, I know, you guys.
Now you have to come up with some techniques or something like sun bleached flowers or you know.
Maybe they can just do heat embossing by just putting their cards outside and letting the air heat emboss them. You guys, man, they're suffering in the heat.
Stamp and steam. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully it can't last forever, right? It's not going to last forever because we are going into the fall, and we're starting to get chilly out here in Wisconsin. We had a kind of a cold fall-like weekend, didn't we?
Some relief, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're praying for you guys and hoping that that you get some relief soon, because that's no fun. Somebody just posted 121 degrees. Now that's what I keep my garlic bread at when I'm trying to keep it warm. That seems like an oven. It really does.
Wow.
Oh, my word. Well, I hope that you're cool inside. And since you can't be outside and it's too hot, maybe if you think about snow and snowflakes and stay inside where it's cool, you will feel a lot better. Let's take a look at this stamp set. So this is the brand new collab stamp set. And honestly, guys, I love this stamp set so much. It's called Sparkling Season, and it's got this 3 ornament design here, which I think is perfect for mini slimline cards, regular slimline cards, A2 cards, even your 5x7 cards. Then it's got this ginormous snowflake. This thing is so big, it takes up like the whole front of the card. I think I'm going to use this one tonight because I used this in my Simon Says Stamp video. And then a lot of people were asking me about this. I got a few texts from people. I got a few private messages saying, if you do something with this stamp set, will you please show us how to use this? So I thought that would be a great thing to do tonight, to show you how to use this. And again, don't miss out on this one, because this one, I'm telling you, you're going to be able to make so many beautiful cards. Make sure you check out all of the designers. Check out Nicole Spohr. Check out Jennifer McGuire. Check out Kathy Zilski, Laura Bassin, Amy Riceavi. So many of them. I don't know all the people who had this stamp set and who were able to make cards, but I've been seeing them come up on Instagram. So if you're looking for inspiration, use the hashtag STAMPtember. use the hashtag Gina K Designs, and they all come up on Instagram. Just search those hashtags and you will see unbelievable things. And I know I'm missing people. So I know my friend Heidi is here. She's helping me out tonight. Everybody say hi to Heidi. Hey, Heidi. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here so much. Heidi is sharing the link to the stamp set because we don't want you guys, especially our viewers here at Gina K Designs, to miss out on it. So we wanted to make sure it would be easy for you to find the link. So Heidi is helping. Heidi, if you can just post some of the names of the designers that made cards so that they can find them out there. I know you don't know them all either, but maybe if you have your phone and we have a little lull, you could just search the hashtag. If not, I'll be sharing all of their cards on my Instagram stories. So check out my Instagram too. Okay, so back to this. So when I designed this part of the stamp set, I was thinking about wreaths. And I know we love our holiday wreath builder, right? You guys, so many of you have the holiday wreath builder. But if you want to make a really fast wreath, sometimes going around 8 times can take a little bit longer. And you think, okay, I need a fast card right now. This stamp allows you, it's 2 stamps, but they allow you to stamp it once, flip the piece of cardstock, and stamp it again and create a full wreath. Then you can embellish the wreath with this little dot here or with any of these snowflakes. Not that, but any of these little snowflakes. And then you can add a greeting. Now, I love the greetings in here. I think may your holiday season be filled with peace and love is perfect for in the middle of this. But I also want to show you how to mix and match other stamp sets with it. So I am going to use the Holiday Wreath Builder to add a center greeting. And I am going to use this stamp set. This is our little mini Holly Jolly stamp set. I want to use this because I want to do a slimline card tonight. So I want to show you, you know, a big bold greeting on it too. All right, so let's get started with this one. So if you've never used our Wreath Builder Master Layout set, let me tell you a little bit about it. Master Layouts 3 is our Wreath Builder stamp set. It works with our Wreath Builder templates, and it also works with the mini Wreath Builder template, because it's got this little square in there too. So I am going to cut out one of these, and I'm going to use the smaller of the two. You've got a 3 3/4 inch square and a 4 inch square. Now, if you don't have this die set, don't worry, just cut a 3 3/4 inch square. It's totally fine. You don't need this set in order to make this card. But the Master Layouts die sets really do make getting those little shadow layers perfect. And a lot of them have decorative stitched edges, which kind of steps it up a little bit. No, they were not sold out. Well, the Stamp and Die collection was sold out, but the stamp set only is not sold out. So you can grab that right now if you want. Okay. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my Spellbinders Platinum here, and I'm going to get a piece of white cardstock. Let me find a piece. I'm going to cut this one real quick off the screen so you'll hear it. There we go. Okay, so I have a 1/4 sheet of cardstock, and I am using the smaller of the 2 squares, the smaller of the 2 big squares, I should say. And this is the 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now, anytime you're cutting a big die like this, if you just cock it a little bit like that, just put it in on an angle, it'll go right through your machine super quickly, very easily with no pressure at all. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Hey, Kathy Z. I see you here too. Oh, my goodness. It's so great to have all my friends here. Not that you aren't my friends. You are all my friends. You guys are my ride or dies. You're here every Tuesday, right, guys? Okay, so now I have this cut out, and what I think I'm going to do is cut a piece of, what color do you think, guys? Somebody say it. What color for the shadow layer should I use? Somebody say it. Okay, I think I'm turning that the wrong way. I'm turning this the wrong way. You're supposed to go backwards? I don't know what you mean. I'll have to figure out what that means later. I think I'm going to use, actually, I know you're going to be shocked, but I'm going to use a piece of gold tonight. See, all my ride or dies know I always use black. but I'm going to use gold tonight just for something different. Okay, so hopefully I'm not turning this the wrong way because I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to do it this way. This is the shadow layer. I know everybody's like, what? Do you have a headache? Are you ill tonight? There's no black on this card. I love you guys. Okay, so now I've got the gold here. I've got the white piece, so I've got a little shadow layer. I decided to just be a little blingy tonight. I know it's not as powerful as black, but you can see that gold on there, right? Can they see that okay, Tom? I know everybody's like, no black. I promise I'll use black in another card. Promise. Well, I'm not going to promise because I got ideas tonight, guys. I got ideas, plans. Okay, so now I'm going to get my Misty. And so here's the little trick. Too much fruit salad. That's probably it. Too much fruit salad. I didn't have any fruit salad today, but I'll tell you what. Today was one of those days, guys, that when this live is over, I am going to have the biggest fruit salad, and then I am going to conk out. Okay, so I'm going to use these two stamps right here, and they are separate. Now, why are they separate, you might ask? Well, you can do other fun things with these, like you can create a border across your card where you put them in opposite directions. So you could do like a little border going across your card. So it's nice to have two, and it's nice to do this at the same time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to position these so that these two pieces touch. See what I'm saying there? Can you see that? Let's get another piece of paper. So that these two little pieces touch right there. That's how I'm going to position them on the Misty. So that yes, as corners, Cheryl, definitely. So that makes it easy to line them up. Now let me just put this in place here so it doesn't move. So I'm going to line them up, and then I'm going to make sure that they're not only lined up, but they're sticking to my fingers. Okay. That I want them to be even on both sides. So it's pushed over this way a little bit. I'm going to move it over this way just a little bit. And when you use a stitch die like this, it makes it really easy to see if it's even or not because the stitches are pretty pronounced. Okay. So once you get that into place like that, and you can bring it down just a little bit if you want. All right. So now I have that in place, and now I'm going to pick those up with the door of the Misty. Okay, so you could do this any way that you want. I think just for the drama, the dramatic effect, because we're all about the drama, right? I am going to gold emboss it. I mean, why not? Let's give it some drama tonight. But this would also be beautiful stamped in green and then embellished in red or embellished in gold. You could stamp it in red and embellish it in gold. So you could do silver, anything that you want. You can also do this on colored paper. I'm doing this on white paper because I really like the look of that. But it would be gorgeous on red paper or on green paper, whatever you want. Okay, now I am using the Gina K Designs embossing and watermark pad. And I want to show you something else. I'm using my Wagner heat tool. I want to show you what I put this on my desk. I use this. Isn't this the cutest thing ever? This is the Simon Says Stamp paw print. It is made of this rubbery silicone kind of stuff. It's got two sides. They're both adorable. And I put my embossing gun on here, my embossing tool on here when I'm not using it. Because so often I'll finish heat embossing, I'll put it and it'll tip to the side. And this protects your desk, especially if you have a wooden desk or you're working on your kitchen table and you don't want to ruin it. So while you're over picking up the stamp set, pick up one of these because they're absolutely adorable. I love it. Okay. So now I'm going to use the embossing and watermark ink. You can also use Versamark for this, and you can also use pigment ink for this. Just don't use dye ink. And I'm going to ink this up really well.
Fruit salad poster.
What's that? A fruit salad poster?
Coaster.
Coaster. Yes, it is. Yeah, you can put your coffee on it in the morning or put your fruit salad on it at night. I love it. I do. I love your positively everything tool, Heidi. I do. Okay, so now I'm going to just put a little pressure on this to make sure that we've got it nice and solid. Okay. And then I'm going to do half at a time. Makes it easier for me. So I'm going to use the Gina K Designs Fine Detail Gold Embossing Powder. So I'm going to sprinkle this on. You know, I think originally I was going to do this in red, but I got sidetracked here. So it's going to be gold and white. It will still be beautiful, I promise. Okay, isn't that a pretty design? I really like that design. All right, let me get this back and out of the way. So now I'm going to heat up my tool for just a second and make sure it's nice and hot before I start. And I told you in my other video that I've been really getting into heating it from the back. Sometimes I'll do it from the front though, so it'll work either way. It's just occasionally I'm heavy-handed with the heat and I burn my embossing powder. So when you do it from the back, there's less of a chance of burning it. Hey, Mindy Egan, welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna do this right now. I think I got it pretty hot. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Sometimes though, if you don't look at it, you get too close. I did burn one hole in my cardstock the other day, and I was not partaking in fruit salad, I will have you know. Okay. So look at that shine. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So now we've got half the wreath going. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip it. And you don't have to worry, like you might be thinking to yourself, oh no, what if I don't have it down far enough? Then it won't be centered. It's going to be centered. No matter where you put it, it's going to be centered because you're flipping it and putting it in the exact same spot on the other side. It might be a little closer on the sides, or it might be a little farther apart on the sides, but that's okay because it's still going to look great. And the other thing about this is if you wanted, you could stamp some snowflakes in here and then you could flip the cardstock around. Well, I would do the snowflakes last, but if you do this on an A2 size card, you're going to get an oval. So then you could do a big oval greeting in there and then you can just fill in with the snowflakes and gold emboss them. So it doesn't have to be a circle. That's why I only did half because I wanted to give you options with this stamp set. Okay, so now I'm going to ink this up again. Yeah, don't worry about the dies. I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of action out of this stamp set without the dies. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All righty, so here we go. I put that on there. Now they are touching a little bit, but it's not going to matter. All righty. Is that Simon Hurley? Did Simon Hurley come in? I just saw somebody say hi, Simon, but they might have been saying hi to Simon Says Stamp. I always try to say hello to other creators who are so generous with their time to stop by. That's so nice. Sometimes I don't even see you guys because I don't look up enough, and then I find out later. Did you know Kathy Z was there? Okay. So I've got a little goober here. I'm going to take care of that with my tiny little, very expensive watercolor paintbrush that I bought for watercolor. And then I realized I don't know how to watercolor. So now I just use it to dust embossing powder away. Okay, that looks good. Looks good. I feel like I need more. I'm going to have to do that again. A little more. There we go. Welcome, everybody. It's so great to see. Wow, we have a lot of people here, Tom. We've got like 2,500 people here. Welcome, everybody. We're also, we triple stream. We stream on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the same time. So we get to see everybody all at once on our screen, and it's really exciting to have you here. All right. And if you're just joining us, I am showcasing the brand new Gina K Designs and Simon Says Stamp STAMPtember collaboration. All right, so I'm going in again. Aw, thank you, Kim. Kim's saying thumbs up, everyone. That's so nice. I appreciate that. I feel the love. You guys are so cool. All right. Look at that. Isn't that just a beautiful wreath? Oh, what the heck is Twitch, Vicky? You know what? I have like 6 followers on Twitch, and I love you guys if you're watching from Twitch. So don't get me wrong. I think Twitch is amazing, but it really is more of a game streaming. Like gamers are on Twitch a lot, and they stream. But my platform streams to Twitch too. So I started a Twitch, and I thought, hey, anybody who likes Twitch, you can be over there on Twitch watching me. So. But if you're on Facebook and YouTube, just stay right where you are because you're in the right place. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere these two together. And then I think I'm going to go in with maybe a little silver. Should I mix? Let me do that. Should I mix silver and gold together? Do you think that that would be cool? I think so. I think I should mix silver and gold together. So I'm going to get this little block here. And then I don't know if you noticed, but there's a tiny little stamp. Let me find a piece of white cardstock here so you can see it. There's a tiny little stamp right there that's just a star. It's not even a star. It's just a little, it's a star, I guess, but I think it's so cute. And it's great because you can use all these little extra snowflakes in here. There's a lot of little ones. You can use these to create just a snowy, pretty background. So you can use the set for this, even if you're not using these other images. These are so delicate. You can make your own pattern paper. Okay, so let's get, I've got some silver, fine detail silver embossing powder. And you know, I'm not a big one on mixing silver and gold, but like I tend to wear silver jewelry more than gold jewelry. And when I have a gold piece, I feel like I can't wear it with silver. And then one of our designers, Rema DeLu, she's amazing. And she started mixing gold and silver embossing powder in a lot of her card projects. And I saw that and I thought, all right, I got to do that too. I'm going to move these out of the way and put these back. I have something to show you after this too that I think you're going to really like. Okay, so I'm going to just stamp a few of these in here.
So you don't mean actually mixing the powder, you mean on the card?
Yeah, I mean on the card where you do the gold parts first and then you do the silver parts. Literal man in the room. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's Tom's old profession was an attorney. He's a lawyer and words mean things, right, Tom?
Sometimes.
So I'm gonna do these like one at a time just because I'm scared I'm gonna smudge it. But I think it's gonna be cool. Okay. Yeah. See that little star in there? Okay, let's just do it and get it out of the way. I'm going to go right on the front because this is going to take like 1 second to emboss. Okay. Get my paw print. See that? Isn't that pretty? That little bit of silver in there? Oh, I love that. All right, we'll do another couple here. Nina, how are you? Nina Trappini, my Italian sister from another mother. All righty. There we go. I'm going to do that one. And then I don't know if it's going to fit in there, but you know what? I'm going to jam it in there anyway. How's that? I don't even know if you'll see all of these after I get my greeting on there, but I'm feeling confident, which never ends well. Right, Tom? You've been here through my confident moments. And all the tears that follow.
Just hold on for dear life.
All right, let's get that off of there. And I really shouldn't worry about this because I'm going to put a greeting in there, but I just wanted a little bit of silver going around the other spots. And what's nice about metallic embossing powder is when you put, if I were to stamp these right onto the gold, I could stamp them right into the gold spaces. And then you can emboss them and they'll come up silver, like they're completely opaque. So you don't have to worry if you overlap on the gold. Okay, so now I've got a little bit of silver in there in that gold. Embossing powder does get old, Linda. I don't know why. I guess it's just, you know, it just at some point it doesn't seem to emboss as well as it used to. So I never knew that, and I started struggling with my embossing powder, and I kept thinking it was me, and it turns out that it really wasn't me, it was the powder. So yeah, you do have to replace it every once in a while. I don't think it necessarily has an expiration date, and here's why: because it depends on where you live. If you live somewhere really dry, you don't have to worry as much because it doesn't get the moisture in it. But if you live somewhere with a little bit of dampness, and I consider Wisconsin one of those places because we get really humid in the summer, you know, then it kind of clumps the powder up and it just changes it a little bit. I do seem weird tonight.
No, wired.
Oh, wired. I am, because I am so excited. I was so wired about this all day. Now I'm just doing the dot. I was so excited to go live tonight. Not that I'm not always excited, but I was really excited about this.
Her thyroid might be a little off too.
It might be.
She's been up for 4 nights.
I really have. I haven't slept much. I bet that's what it is, because I haven't slept much. So I've been like really slamming the coffee. You think that's it? It could be. I'm doing one down here too. I'm going to do these two. I know I'm just talking a mile a minute, but that's better than that dead lull, right? Right. Ooh. Did you see that? Looks great. I just brushed the whole thing right off. And I am not drinking. I promise you. Okay. This card is taking longer than it should because I'm having a little too much fun experimenting. And you guys know, I mean, I don't really plan my cards ever. Really? So isn't it coming together so nice and full? I'm going to do one more dot. Karen called me a silly monkey. I look up every once in a while and I see the funniest comments from you guys. You make me laugh. Okay. So we'll do these last two, and then we're going to do the inside greeting. We're going to mount it on a card base, and then I have something really cool to show you. All right. This to me is just fun. Now, if you want to mass produce this card and you don't want to go through all this, before I started doing these little details, that wreath was beautiful just the way it was. It's just stamp, flip, stamp, and done. But I wanted to add these little details in here. Just wanted to connect them all. And you know, you don't even have to do these kinds of details. Instead of doing all that, you could just add rhinestones or sequins. And that's quick one and done too, because they go down really quick. Okay. So now I'm going to do a greeting. And I told you guys I wanted to use the wreath builder, the holiday wreath builder. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use the Merry Christmas to You. Let's use that. And then we'll do this on a piece of white cardstock. So let me just trim up a little piece of white cardstock here. Oh, I have one. All right. And again, I want to do this in gold embossed because I just want the whole thing to flow really nicely. So we'll do this with this gold embossing. Does the powder tool that is used cause a problem when you funnel the... No, it does not. This is my favorite powder tool. I might be old-fashioned, but I really love this powder tool. This is the Embossing Magic Pad. It is the very first one that I ever used, and I absolutely love it. I love it because it puts a lot of powder down on your card, which I like. I think it makes a difference for me. I don't have a lot of stray embossing powder because of it. So I really like it. You use the bag too? Yeah. Rena calls it the dust bag. My daughter Rena, when she embosses, hey mom, can I use that dust bag? It is kind of a dust bag. All right. And then I just get a few strays. Most of those are because my thumb touched the side of the ink pad and I'm bad about cleaning it, but not too many strays. Okay. And again, you know, strays, it all depends on how dry your climate is too. It could be very dry. You get a little more static. It might be a little more persnickety. Well, lots of people use the bag. The powder bag still makes a difference. I agree. I love the bag. All right, I'm going to do this again from the back. Merry Christmas to you. A little on the front there. So I showed a little technique that I did in my video over on the Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel, because I find, and maybe you guys find this too, once your embossing plates start to get a little dirty, you know what I mean? Like they get all the little marks in them. And if you're in the Gina K camp where you like to use a lot of black cardstock, you get the little black shreds stuck in the lines. A lot of times that will transfer onto your paper when you die cut it. So I showed this little trick, and I don't know if I have any left here. I hope I do because I'm talking about it now. Oh, I don't have any. I used a piece of copy paper. So you don't have any copy paper close by, do you, Tom? He's going to go get it. So while he's getting a piece of copy paper, there's some right in my printer. You don't have to go far. So while he's getting that, I want to talk to you about what die I'm going to use for this. So again, the Master Layouts 3 die set has some really nice little circles in here. And I love that there's the shadow layer and the regular circle. This one is just such a nice size. And what I like about this small circle is it's not going to cover too much of the wreath. Okay. Ah, there he is. Thank you, Tom. Okay. So I just have a plain piece of copy paper here. I'm going to cut it into quarters. So give me a sec. I'm cutting it off the camera, but you can hear the paper cutter going. So you know I'm still here. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this into place with a little bit of washi tape, because I'm not going to be able to see it once I put the copy paper on top. But I get that where I want it, and I'm going to tape it down. And then, if you put this piece of copy paper on top, it really doesn't add any bulk, but it just protects your embossing. And it also prevents all the little dirty stuff from your plate from getting on there. Now, I do throw my plates in my dishwasher, and I dry them on the heat setting, and it does kind of help them flatten back out a little bit. And it does kind of clean them up. But I love not having to brush all the black specks all around that. Okay, so that one's nice. It's got the little stitched edge to match the stitching here. And then I'm going to use the plain version of the die here that gives me the shadow layer. I'm going to cut that out using some gold. So I've got another little piece of gold here. I'm not going to worry about this because most of it's going to get covered. Mindy, you can't throw them in the dishwasher? Your husband will get upset? Why? Because you don't normally do the dishes, and he'll say, wait a minute. You make him do the dishes? All right, and that gives me that cute little shadow layer. I love that. Okay. So now I'm going to put this away again. Yeah, the dishwasher works really nicely. It doesn't, if you pull them out when it's real hot, you pull them out and they're, you know how like you pull dishes out and you can't touch them? Well, if you pull the plates out and they're that hot, it's a really nice, it's a good time to, you know, put a big flat book on it or something and flatten it out a little bit. It's an idea. I don't need this. I'm going to use this And I'm going to score this at the 4 1/4 inch mark. Like that. I'm going to fold that over. And then I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4 inches. And the reason I did it that way, I could have folded it in half, but then I'd end up with 2 smaller pieces of white. This gives me a bigger piece of white cardstock to use for something else later. So I'm going to cut this at the 4 1/4 inch mark. Here we go. And now I have a cute little square card base for my wreath card. Could you? Yes, that's a great idea, Julie K. I should have cut the gold one out of the center of this to conserve that beautiful metallic paper. Good thinking. That's why you guys are here, to give each other good ideas. And I love that. I love it. Okay. All right. So embossing powder tends to warp the paper a little bit, no matter how fast you are. So I do like to go around the perimeter of these just so that they're not kind of bulky, ripply. And then I'm going to put this onto the gold panel. All right. And then this whole panel is going to go onto this card base. And then I think I'm going to pop up my greeting in the center just to give the card a little dimension. Not too much, but just a little bit. So I'm going to adhere these two. I love the gold. Thank you. I still think it could use lots of sequins and embellishments here. So I'm not going to do it right now, but I think that would make a big difference. I might do it. See, you could pop it right on there. Isn't that just the cutest? Or we can, you know, pop it up a little bit more for you. Let's see here. Oh, and look what I just got. Look at these. Aren't these pretty? These are the Simon Says Stamp scissors. And where'd my package go? I love these. Simon Says Stamp has these cute little scissors. They're so, and I love them because they're my color. So thank you, Simon. I love everything that is turquoise in my life. Yeah, and it's, you know, I'm dilly-dallying because I'm hanging out with you guys, but my next card will be pretty quick. And I'm going to make a slimline card next. So, and we're staying till it's over. So don't anybody go anywhere. Oh, Tom, we've got 2,800 people. Oh my goodness, you guys. Thank you so much for coming tonight. That is so exciting. I am so honored. Tom, I think we might have a few new people. So be on your best behavior over there. That's Tom playing guitar.
Yes, in the dead space.
In the dead space. Playing guitar in the dead space. I didn't put that down right. I got to move it over just a hair. It's hard when you can't, like, oh my gosh. One more time. I don't know if I can. I'm doing it. One more time. I got to do it this way. I got to see. It's got to be even side to side, but will it be even top to bottom? This is the struggle. Okay, that's good. Whew. There we go. About 500 people just left after that fiasco. So should I put a couple little sequins on or should I just let it go? I think I'm going to let it go. But you know sequins would look great, right? Just a couple. Okay. So now my next card, I am going to use a piece of silver cardstock. Look at this piece of silver cardstock. Oh my word, that is huge. So let me zoom out a little bit so you can see this. Yeah, you can mass produce that one because if you don't do these little things, you just stamp, flip, stamp, emboss, and pop your center greeting on there and just do the rest with gems and rhinestones. Okay, so I'm going to make a slimline card, and we have a master layout set for that. It's master layouts 10. So let me move this out of the way so I don't get all my dies confused. So master layouts 10 has these two jumbo dies. It's got a lot of dies in here in this set. I might use this too. We'll see. And this. But I'm going to play it by ear first. see what happens. So when I'm going to stamp on a big piece of cardstock like that, and then I want to stamp first and emboss and then cut this out after. So the way I'm going to do that is I just want to take a pencil and I want to just go along the outside of this, okay? So I'm just going to do like a pencil line. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like this, along the outside. Okay, just so I have an idea, I didn't do the whole thing, but just so I have an idea of where the inside of this panel is going to be. What size is the largest master layout 10 die? The largest one is the large plane 3.625 by 8.625. All the measurements are on our website too, so. Okay, so let's see here. The reason why I wanted to do this again is I want to know where I'm stamping. So I'm going to, I think this will, I can do this in segments. Like I can put a part of it in here and stamp, and then I can flip it and do a part of it. All right, so what I want to do is I want to find my magnet. And that is under here because it was grabbing on everything. I'm going to use this big, gorgeous snowflake. Look at that thing. Isn't that just perfect for a Slimline card because it's so big? So I'm going to, I love this snowflake. I'm going to put this one right here, kind of like right in the center, maybe a little north of center. Because I think I'm going to do like a one up here, one over here, and one down here, because I am going to put my greeting in the center, although 3 might be good. Let me go in the center. So I'm going to pop this right here in the center. I think as I go, guys, and it doesn't always work out for me. All right. So now I'm going to use my embossing magic pad and just get rid of anything. And metallic cardstock, at least I have found it's notorious for being a little bit more staticky. I don't know why. Could be the metal. And I'm going to use the silver. So I want to do silver cardstock with silver embossing powder. If you've never tried this, gold on gold, silver on silver, copper on copper, you have to try this. This is the most beautiful look. And it's so much more beautiful in person, but I'm really going to try to get the look for you so you can see it. It's so elegant. It almost looks like embossing, but it's different. It's not embossing. It's just different. All right, so here we go. We're going to do this. I'm inking it up real well. Now, I'm telling you, I was worried about doing this until I did it for the very first time. You could do this with big rubber background stamps too. It's so pretty. It takes the powder so well, and it takes the embossing ink so well. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Silver on silver. Here we go. Those lines are going to go away. I'm going to line up my die on those lines, and then I'm just going to just cut all of that away. Okay, we're going to do these because they're so big and there's so much room for destroying it. You know what I mean? So much room for error if I don't emboss them one at a time. So I'm just going to do it. Just get rid of that little excess there. Okay, so it looks really pretty gray, right? But wait until you see how it's just so striking. Okay. And when I do the embossing powder on metallic cardstock, I actually don't do it from the back. I do it from the front. It doesn't seem to burn as much. Might have something to do with the little bit of texture in the cardstock or something, but I know it looks like I'm really close to the Misty. That's just, I'm not. That's just like a depth perception thing on the screen. I'm really not that close. Okay, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just such a subtle, beautiful background. Yeah, the cardstock is really neat because it's a matte silver. It's the Gina K matte silver. And then you've got this embossing powder, which is just a little bit of a different color silver, but that whole thing, I know, right? Oh, I love that. Okay, so I gotta find my, sorry, excuse my reach. I have to find my misty corner here. I think I'm gonna put it down here. And then I'm gonna put this way. And then I'm moving this snowflake. But now it's got the embossing ink on it already. So I'm only gonna be able to just put it down. I'm not gonna be able to like fuss with it too much because it's got ink on it already. So I'm gonna place it, make sure that's in the right spot. I'm just gonna place it down right here. And I'm gonna leave it. And then I'm gonna pick it up. And this misty corner just allows me to get away from the edges here since I wanna go really close to the edge. Yeah, this is so fun. You have to try this, guys. You've got to get some metallic cardstock. Find something in your stash. Just don't worry if it's matte or it's not matte. Just try embossing tone on tone, and you will be blown away by the results. It's so elegant. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Seriously, this snowflake, can you imagine this on big tags for like strapping onto a bottle of wine, or it can even make an ornament. It's so great for scrapbook pages because it's so big. I love it. And I don't know if you saw Jennifer's card in her video, but like one of her cards, it was just this snowflake. And it's so big that it just takes up so much of the card. It's spectacular. Okay. Where's my paper? All right, here we go. So, Tom.
Hey.
Do you have a word of the day?
Still here.
Still in the dead space over there?
Okay, so the word of the day.
So you got to tell people what the word of the day is.
So Gina is the family member that will text everybody in the family and expect everybody in the family to get back to her quite promptly, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. So you can feel her tapping her foot after you see a text. And we've been all working together to try to get her to lower her text expectations. Text expectations.
Text expectation is the word of the day. Oh my word. Okay.
Back in the dead space.
Expectations. Hey, I'm a mom. If my kids don't text me back right away, I start my hunt. I start looking. Have they posted on Instagram? Have they liked anything on Facebook? I got to know they're okay. I'm not alone. I can feel the love out there. I know I'm not alone. You guys are the same, right? All right. So now we're going to do this bottom one here. And I think, look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? Ooh. Okay, I'm going to do a big one down here at the bottom. And this one, I will just put right. I'm going to turn it a little. I'm turning. I don't want them all to be the same way. And I didn't do a good job of that other one. So I'm going to turn this one just a little bit. Okay. Put a little more embossing dust on there. Yeah, if you know my kids, and I know they're not watching tonight because they're both working and they're busy, but I don't know. Moms should be detectives because we can figure out if they're alive and the last time they moved just from, did they like something on Facebook? Oh, there we go. 10 minutes ago, she liked a post. She's alive. I know I'm not alone. All right, here we go. I'm already committed to going over an hour tonight, Tom. I hope you are there too, or I'll see you at home. Just Keep it running and you can go. Oh, I love this. Seriously, I think this snowflake is my favorite snowflake we ever did at Gina K Designs. It's so huge. Did somebody just tell me I need to be committed? I saw the word committed. That's all I saw was the word. Oh, yeah, if you didn't get this set, Heidi, if you're still here, if you would throw the link up so they can find it. I just think you're going to have so much fun with it. So many ways to use it. And again, these jumbo images, I mean, they just make such beautiful backgrounds. One of our, we have illustrators that we work with that don't want to be named because they work in other industries as well, and we just do license agreements with them. So it was an illustrator that we work with quite a bit, and we love her art. All right, so I'm going to use my jumbo plates for this. Actually, this was going to be in my kit, this set. When I first got the snowflake, I was going to put it in my kit, but then STAMPtember rolled around, and I thought, no, you know, STAMPtember, it's got to be spectacular. So we did it that way. Okay, so I gotta get my plates together here. These are the new Spellbinders plates. They're perfect for these slimline dies, these giant dies. I love it. Okay, and I'm just gonna follow my lines here to make sure that I get close to the lines. And you know, if any line is showing, I can go and erase it because I just did that in pencil. But I did that more for a visual for me, so I could make sure that the snowflakes were within the card, and I got a lot of snowflake in that area where I wanted it. Okay. And this one I'm not going to worry about as much because this is a newer plate. It's not very dirty. And there we go. I find these plates to be a little more snug, which can be a good thing because when you have a more intricate die, it really cuts everything out beautifully. Okay. So yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Texpectations and shared location is not a bad thing. I agree. It's just my children don't want to share their location with me. You know what's really funny? I'll tell you. I'm going to cut a white piece out too. So let me get a white piece of cardstock. This is going to be white and silver, this one. I got to get a white piece and it's over there. And I'm going to get a big paper cutter up here. I'm going to cut this right down the middle at the 4 1/4 mark. So I'll tell you guys a funny story. So I had this family sharing thing on. I got an app where all 4 phones, my phone, Tom's phone, Alicia's phone, and Rena's phone, we all went on this app and it would share our locations with each other. And it would share, you know, when somebody got home, it would notify and it would say, oh, you know, Gina's home. And it was kind of a nice thing because if you were out or you were out of town or whatever, and the kids were home alone, you know, you could kind of make sure they got home safe at the end of the night because it would just say, Alicia's home, you know, she'd get home from work, whatever. Well, so when the kids got to be college age, they took the app off of their phones. And so it was just Tom and I following each other around. But we worked together. So we would both walk in the door together and then both of our phones would notify us that the other person is home. Do you remember that, Tom?
Yeah, that was annoying.
It was really annoying. It was so annoying. But it was kind of funny too. All right, so I'm going to pop this on here like this. Okay. Again, I'm going to give myself enough. Okay, and you know what I need to do? I got to go on the ground, guys. I got to go on the ground for a second because I got to cut a card base real quick. And I got this big paper cutter down here, so just bear with me for 1 second. I'm coming back. I don't know if that's a good size that I just did or not. Okay. Don't go away. Okay. I think this is a good size. Yeah. All right. So anyway, let me get this on here. Alrighty. These are great for money. And then the size of the cardstock. Basically, I made mine 9 inches by 8 inches, and I'm going to score it at 4 inches. Now, if you don't have a big scoring tool for this, it's okay. So let me make sure this is the right size. I'll bring this paper cutter back up. So this is the 8-inch side right here. I'm going to score it at the 4-inch mark. And I'll just score half of it. I do have a big scoreboard, but this one stays out on my desk because I make cards mostly. So I just flip it and score the other side. And we'll just fold that in half. And I think that'll just give a little. I should probably. Oh, I didn't fold that very well. Let me fix that. If that ever happens, just line it up and just use the back of your scoring tool just to even it out. Okay. So there we go. So do you like that layout like that? Or should I do it with silver? Do you think my card base should be silver? What do you guys think? I want to know. I want to know. I think you want silver. So I'm going to do silver. Okay, silver. I see a lot of yeses. I'm going to just try the silver. We can look at it. I'm going to cut this at 8 by 9. It was too hard to get down on the ground. You know what Tom and I did over the weekend? Tell them what we did, Tom. What did we play? What did we play?
Oh, yeah, we played pickleball.
Pickleball. I am ready to move down to the villages with those of you that live there because I heard there's pickleball down there and I am ready. I'm ready for it. I need a little practicing, but I'm getting good. Pickleball is so much fun, you guys. Although I thought I tore my ACL twice, but it was really fun. Get this nice and flat here. I gotta go to the end of the table, sorry. All right, there we go. And then I'm just gonna pop that on there. Now, what do you think of that? That's better, right? That's better. Well, black would be good too, Jamie. But I think I'm going to go straight silver. So pickleball, if somebody asks me what's pickleball, I have to say, in my opinion, pickleball is tiny tennis. That's what it is. They can fit 2 pickleball courts on 1 tennis court. And you use a ball that's like a wiffle ball, and you use a paddle that looks like ping pong. And you still have to move around, but you don't have to move around as much. And I loved it. It was really fun. We played with Rena and her boyfriend, and needless to say, they are much better at pickleball than we are, but it was fun. Okay, so there's my card, right? Isn't this perfect, like for money or just a really fun card? You can also do it this way. And now I'm just going to do a quick greeting. I'm going to do it in white cardstock. And then I'm going to cut it out with a big circle die and just pop it on there. So I'm getting a square of white here, just a scrap that was off to the side. So I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see this. Okay. So I'm going to use that little mini set, the Holly Jolly mini stamp set. I want a big, bold, kind of flowy greeting for this. But you could also use the big Christmas wishes greeting in this set too. And you can, you know, put a little white flag in there or something and go right across the card. So I love the fonts in this set. You know what else I just have to point out in this set? That this set doesn't just have these outside greetings, but it has inside greetings too. So if you're looking for a set that has inside holiday greetings, it's a good one. Alrighty. So let's do Merry Christmas. We'll do it in white and silver. I guess I need the piece of paper in here. Oh, somebody's going to make a YouTube video. Was Gina K drinking fruit salad on her last live? Oh my goodness, guys. I got to clean the back of this. Let me clean the back of this stamp. I hope they're laughing. Are they laughing, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get them laughing and we'll sneak out, okay? All right, here we go. Stick. There we go. Oh, this is a perfect blooper reel thing. If you haven't watched my blooper reel, guys, I have a video on my YouTube channel. Just go on YouTube and type in Gina K bloopers. And you will get to see not only a lot of different hairstyles, but you'll get to see some pretty funny moments. They were very funny moments. They weren't at the time. Well, they were at the time, I guess. Alrighty, here we go. Ooh, that came out good. Surprisingly, after all that, it still looks good. I do love this greeting. This is from the Holly Jolly mini stamp set. You just got to keep laughing. Got to laugh your problems away. Yes, that's right, Tracy. We're all human. Leaving is not allowed. None of you guys can leave. So I'm doing this one from the front again because I give great advice. I just don't take the advice myself. I have advice too. I've given advice to everybody to use a clothespin and not burn your finger. But I don't take that advice either. Alrighty. My friend Clothespin Karen gave me that tip. I work with Karen and she brought in a whole bunch of wooden clothespins for me. She said, I'm tired of watching you burn yourself. Okay, so I'm going to get those little plates back. And then I am going to use a piece of copy paper for this one because I'm going to cut this out with one of our circles dies. So I think it would look good with this one. This is the double stitched circle. We'll see if that's big enough. Yeah, I think that's going to be just a nice size. Let's look at the single stitched one and see if you think that would be, that might be a little better. What do you guys think? I think that's a little better. Plus we've got single stitching on this. So our single stitch dies and our double stitch dies work for pretty much the same things, except if you have both sets, you can cut a double stitched one and then a single stitched one in the same position, either the small, medium, or large, and they'll give you that little shadow layer. So that's one of the things that I just love about these. But I'm not sure if I'm going to need I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to pop this right on here. I don't think I'm going to do a shadow layer. Let me get my piece of copy paper. So I've got these leftovers. I reuse washi tape sometimes for this stuff. It's stuck all over my table. Well, I'm glad that yeah, I was very serious in the old days of card making. That was before I started going live. And when you go live, I don't care how good you are. you got to be prepared for anything. So isn't that cool? I love that on there. I'm going to put it right down there at the bottom. Okay. You got to be ready for anything, and you got to be able to go with the flow. And I know my friends that do this, they've had some mishaps too, and you have to laugh, right? But thank God you guys have such a great sense of humor, and you laugh with me. Or at me. No, you don't laugh at me. You laugh with me, and I can feel that. I feel your love. All right. So let's back up just a bit here, because this is a giant card. And I feel like I want to add like a few sequins in there. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use the Gina K Designs Connect Glue. This is our fine tip bottle. So I'm just placing my greeting where I want it to be. I think I'm going to put it down a little bit like this. And then I'll add just a few sequins in here in different spots. Just a couple. Oh, where's my jewel picker now? My very sticky jewel picker. All right, let me find. Here it is. And I feel like silver sequins would be great, but do I have silver sequins is the question. Yes, I do. They are. I know we've got chatty people in the thread, and I love that everybody's talking. And not only are they talking to me, and everybody's talking to each other, and it's just part of our wonderful community here. I love that. But you're right, you do need to take speed reading classes. That's really funny. So I'm just throwing a few little silver sequins on here. And they're sticking to me because I am gluey. Yeah, I got glue on my finger there. Okay, I think I need one more up here at the top. Oh, I really like this card. So at the end of our Stampin' Chats, I always give away my cards. So we're going to give away not just these two, but we're also going to give away the card that I made on the Simon channel. So I'm going to show you that too. And I'm just going to put this right onto the card so it doesn't have too much bulk. There we go. I just moved that sequin. I don't even know where it went. Oh, there wasn't glue there. I thought there was glue there. Maybe I didn't press it down. Okay, there we go. So there is that finished card. Lots of sparkle and shine on that one, right? And I love these because this size card, you don't have to pay extra postage for because it goes right into like a business envelope, a number 10 envelope, I think it's called. So, you know, the ones that your bills come in goes in the same kind of envelope like that. So that is the finished silver card. Here is the finished gold card that definitely needs some sequins. And then I want to show you once again the card I made for the Simon YouTube channel. If you didn't watch that video yet, right here is that card that I made. And you can see that uses so many of the elements in this beautiful new set that's very limited. I know it's getting limited. Heidi's letting me know that it's getting very, very limited. So if you want it, grab it. It is called Sparkling Season, and it is available now over at Simon Says Stamp. Okay, Tom. So let's give these cards away, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Okay. All right. My Texpectations.
Yes.
All right, let's start with the one that I did over on the Simon Says Stamp channel, the one with the 3 ornaments. Let's give this away.
All right, the winner of this card is Pat Hanuman.
Pat
Hanuman.
Congratulations, Pat. Do we have sound effects tonight?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good. All right, Pat. So this is your card. This is going to you. All right, now let's give the gold wreath.
Okay, the gold wreath goes to the individual with the wonderful handle of Bratty Patty. Bratty Patty.
Bratty Patty. This is yours, Patty. Bratty Patty. I love that. And then who gets the silver tone-on-tone Slimline?
Silver tone-on-tone Slimline. Going out to Isamar Perez.
Isamar, congratulations.
Perez.
All right, so all of you, if you would just send your name, all the winners, send your name and address to info@ginakdesigns.com, and I will get these cards out to you. All right, everybody. Well, this was so much fun. I want to thank all my friends for showing up tonight, my industry friends, and of course, all of you who are my ride or dies. And then Heidi from Simon Says Stamp. Also, thank you for being here and moderating and helping people find the link easily. That's such a convenient thing. And can I get you to come every Tuesday night? It'd be great. All right, everybody. I will be back on Thursday. Tom and I will be back for a Crafternoon Stamp and Chat. We go live at noon Central Time. And then I'll be back this weekend with another 5-minute card video. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you all so very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.